All right, we've got a ton. I mean, a ton of Dragon Ball news to get into here involving Dragon Ball Super Broly. There's been tons and tons of interviews that have come out today. There was a big stream in Japan where they interviewed Nozawa and Bin Shimada. We're going to get to that here in a minute. I just want to give you a quick programming note. Yes, Dragon Ball Heroes Episode 5 did air. Yes, Ultra Instinct Goku is coming to Dragon Ball Heroes Episode 6. I will be covering this and going into more detail in my Heroes review. So you will be getting that on the channel in the next 12 hours. If you have checked out Dragon Ball Heroes and you want to know if it's still good or if it's gotten better or if you don't like it and you want to see if it got better, check out my review on the channel. Sometime in the next 12 hours I'm going to have it up. But again, it's going to be a separate video and we will discuss Goku becoming Ultra Instinct in Heroes. There's not too much to talk about, but I do want to give y'all a review of the episodes because, you know, it's hit or miss, really, at this rate. Mostly misses, but let's see how they did with Episode 5. So, that's a separate video. Let's talk about this video here. Couple of things I want to discuss. First of all, there was an interview that came out, and this is up right here. You see the stream. There's Masako Nozawa on the left, obviously in the middle there with the red on, and then Bin Shimada on the right. Bin Shimada is the voice of Dispo in Dragon Ball Super, as well as Broly. That's the original voice of Broly. He's reprising his role as Broly in the new movie. And of course, Nozawa voices Goku, Gohan, Goten, Bardock. You know all those characters. So, tons of interview highlights. I want to first of all, before we get to Goku and Broly, let's talk about Bulma. Okay, so they did an interview over on the official Dragon Ball website with the new Bulma voice actress, Aya Hisakawa. She is replacing Hiromi Sudo, who unfortunately passed away last year. Aya Hisakawa is taking over the role in the Super movie, and there's a few interesting highlights here that I'll get to. Obviously, that translates on automatically, but I did have Herms translate this for us. Essentially, what she does say that I think is interesting about this movie is that there is going to be a scene with Vegeta expressing his love for Bulma. So if you're one of those people who's a huge fan of My Bulma and Vegetable, if you're a Vegetable shipper, if you're a shipper, you know what I'm talking about. You'll have something to enjoy in the film. And she also teases that there's going to be another scene in the movie involving Vegeta that fans are going to absolutely look forward to. But she's not going to give away any details on that. Feel free to speculate in the comment section as far as what you think it's going to be. But there's going to be a lot of Vegeta development in this film. And of course, it has to do with the fact that his father and Broly's father had a falling out. There's going to be a lot of story behind that, which I'm very excited about. That being said, she is confirming that. She also talks about how when she took over the role from Hiromi Sudo, she didn't want to just recapture Sudo. She felt a lot of pressure, but she wanted to make sure that she captured the character of Bulma correctly. And she also reiterates what we've heard before, that Nagamine's talked about how, you know, he's giving these actors free reign to kind of be creative. And you know, we've heard that from a lot of different people. That's not the first time ever, but him approving her performance is, to me, a good thing. So that's pretty much all the highlights of this interview when it comes to Bulma. Now, this interview, okay, lots of really interesting stuff coming out of this interview. But before we get to it, I just want to say it was also confirmed in this stream. Yes, folks, it's right there on your screen. There's a lot of stuff to talk about here. Raditz confirmed for Dragon Ball Super Broly. The other day I made a video where I confirmed Nappa because of the new Dragon Ball Heroes Broly tie-in cards. I have the BR next to them. If you watch the video, you know what I'm talking about. Here we have, folks, you know, Raditz and Nappa. There's Nappa right there. We have the official character sheet of how Nappa will look in the movie. And, of course, Raditz. Nappa looks like he did in the original Bardock special. He has hair. You know, like he did in the old Bardock special. Not too many differences here. And I know when I made that video, I saw a ton of comments saying, where's Raditz? Where's Raditz? Where's Raditz? And I kept telling y'all, I'm like, Raditz will be in this movie because this is fan service the movie. I can totally see him being in it. Well, it's confirmed now, right there, the Raditz character sheet. Of course, it is Kid Raditz. And those of you out there who have read Dragon Ball Minus, you know that Kid Raditz does have a cameo in that manga with Kid Vegeta. They're on some planet somewhere when Frieza, you know, is about to do his deed. So, presumably, that panel, that scene, is going to be adapted into the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie as far as a flashback goes. But I am expecting more Raditz, though. But I'm not expecting him to be a big part of the movie. They're just going to show him there probably as a cameo, and that's it. I'm not in any way thinking he's going to be a major part of this movie at all. But it's still good that he's there, because a lot of people were asking about him, yo. Like, tons of people were asking about Raditz, and now we at least see that he's there. Moving on, let's talk about the Masako Nozawa Ben Shimada interview. So Shimada goes into some really interesting tidbits here. Thanks to Jake for translating this for me and for all of us. Shimada says that we're going to witness Broly changing from being a child to an adult in this movie, even more so than the old Broly movie. In the original Broly movie Dragon Ball Z Movie 8, there was a little bit of a flashback with Broly during the whole like exile, and he saved Paragus and all that. Here we're getting a lot more, and he talks about how Broly does like fighting, like how Goku does. They do both enjoy fighting because they are part of the Saiyan warrior race. The director, Nagamine, who's right there on the left, I believe, right there, all the way on the left, he says that the movie is going to have the greatest battle. Now, understand what we're talking about here. He's saying this is going to have a fight better than any other fight ever in Dragon Ball. Now, I want y'all to get hyped, but don't get too hyped. The Japanese are really, really good at hyping people up, and sometimes they don't always deliver on what they hype up. You know what I'm saying? Look back at some of the other things they've hyped up in the past. So I'm not saying it's not going to be amazing. I'm saying for it to be the best fight in Dragon Ball history seems like something that's a big, big hyperbole. See what I'm saying? I still believe it'll be great. Don't get me wrong. Don't start, I think it'll be great. He's saying the greatest battle. However, one of the things that is interesting is that he also says that the president of Toei is putting a lot of money into this movie. So even if it's not your favorite fight or my favorite fight in Dragon Ball is Goku versus Piccolo at the 23rd tournament. That's my favorite Dragon Ball fight in the entire series. It's still going to be one of the best looking fights ever, because the animation and the staff that are on this movie is just beyond anything that's ever worked on anything Dragon Ball. TV series, movies, it's tippy top. And Shimada, which is the voice of Broly, says the battles in the movie are very fast paced and it's color coded. So as you watch the film, rather than being too confusing for the eyes, certain characters are going to look a different way than other characters as far as attacking and defensive goes, is what he says. The way I'm interpreting that translation is the auras. Obviously Broly will have like a green aura. Goku will have like a blue aura. I think it'll depend on the forms. Obviously yellow, red, blue. You know this already. You're a Dragon Ball fan watching this, right? You know what I'm talking about. But Broly will have the green. So obviously that's the way I'm seeing that. Also, he discusses that Toriyama was way more involved in this movie than anything else they've ever done as far as movies go, which we already knew that, and that they wanted to take Broly, who was super popular already, and incorporate him into the Dragon Ball Super anime. So that's where this came from. But this new Broly, this 2018, Toriyama Broly, is way better than the old Broly. That's what they're saying. I'm just telling you what they're saying. And I believe it. I do believe that this new Broly will be a lot cooler than the old Broly. I think his backstory is going to make him sympathetic and interesting. Shimada then goes on to say that he's surprised and grateful to get to play Broly again, and that it's good because now you're going to get to see his childhood, and he will talk about how Broly is a pure battle-hungry Saiyan. He's not just a prick like how he was in the old DBZ movies. He actually is more like Goku, and I really like that about the Broly character. And Nozawa goes on to say that she was constantly being surprised with every scene. She's saying the movie's got a lot of surprises in store for you as you watch, so that's really interesting to note, and I'm very excited about that. Nagamine says that people at Toei are super fired up about this movie, and that they're going to surpass their limits with this film. So, I mean, that stuff is all kind of traditional hyperbole from them, but I believe it. I really do believe they put a lot of work into this film, and I really do believe that it's going to pay out big time when we actually see it, with the gorgeous animation and colors and the great acting from all the different casts around the world that are going to be voicing this movie. So, that's pretty much it, folks. Like I said, NAPPA, Raditz. There's NAPPA. There's Raditz confirmed. Also in the interview, they talk about how NAPPA, no, only Toriyama knows about NAPPA's hair, how he lost it. He's supposed to be in his 30s during this time. He lost his hair somehow, so he wouldn't have lost it by just getting old. There has to be a reason. Maybe in a battle or something he lost it, but only Toriyama knows. So that's interesting. But anyways, that's it. Like I said, Dragon Ball Heroes coverage will resume in the next few hours. In the next 12 hours, I would say tomorrow, depending on where you live. And, I'll have a video up covering Heroes Episode 5. But for now, that's what I have for you as far as the Broly movie goes. I'm going to make that hero stuff a separate video. Thank you so very much, and I will talk to you then when that video comes out. Have a great rest of your weekend.